युग युग के अवतार तुम्हीं हो। युग युग के अवतार तुम्हीं हो। युग अवतारा साई रामा, युग अवतारा साई रामा, साई राम राम राम, Ram Hare Ram, Ram कृपा करो भगवान पर की पूरी शान हे दया करो भगवान कृपा करो भगवान सुंदर
तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। ब्रह्मार्पणं ब्रह्महवि ब्रह्माग्नौ ब्रह्मणाहुतं ब्रह्मैव तेन गन्तव्यम् ब्रह्म सर्वसमाधिनः। अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राणापानसमायुक्तः प्रजानन्दं चतुर्विधम्। शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति।
Sairam, my humble pranams at the lotus feet of my beloved Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba. Respected elders, brothers and sisters, welcome to our celebrations for Avatar Declaration Day. As you can see, we stopped Bhajans early simply because we wanted to continue our celebrations with a special program. So what is this special program? In a few minutes, you are going to watch a short skit entitled, "Why Did He Come?" During the skit, we will also call on devotees to share some of their personal experiences, because personal experiences always inspire and motivate us. We have two science superstars to act in the script. In the skit. The setting is the Science Center. The occasion is Avatar Declaration Day. And our science superstars are none other than Nisha and Nimi, who you know very well. Nisha, a Pakka Sai devotee, has invited her good friend Nimi for Avatar Declaration Day celebrations. My role is the narrator, and I will be calling on devotees for their sharing. So now, if everybody is ready, can we start looking and reflecting upon why did he come? Nisha, all yours.
Sai Ram, everyone. Where is Niti? Is she late again today? Should I give her a call? Where is she?
Hi. Hello.
Saya, no hi.
Welcome, Nimi. You all know Nimi, right? But But today, Nimi is going to play an extra special role. She is not a devotee. She is a non-believer. She doesn't.
Nisha, let me tell them myself. I'm just different from all of you. I don't believe in Baba or any god or goddesses or any hero or whatever. But I just know that whatever I do it myself. It's all in my hands. I'm just like that.
Nimi, at least you're honest.
Why have you invited me here today? What's going on?
Have you forgotten that it's a big day today for me and all of them who are sitting here today? But why are you late? Again.
Sorry. I was watching a movie on Netflix. It was very interesting.
You and watching a movie that is interesting? I thought you only watch violent and junk movies. Anyway, what is so interesting in that movie?
It was called A Miracle a Day.
A miracle a day? I'm impressed with your change of taste. What a perfect day to watch this movie.
Why perfect day? Today?
Today is 20th of October and it is the Avatar Declaration Day.
Avatar? Oh, your guru and your gods. But Avatar Declaration? Now, what on earth is that?
You've forgotten it again, Nimi. You must really remember things that are important to me. You're supposed to be a good friend of mine.
I know. I'm sorry. Can you just tell me something about it today? And I promise I'll always remember now.
Yes, come.
I think we should enlighten Nimi a little bit. Nisha has already reminded her that today is the 20th of October, Avatar Declaration Day. But why is it such an important day? What happened on this day more than 80 years ago? Would someone like to remind her? Come on, Manju. Sarah, stand up, Manju.
Well, it is on the day around 80 years back that Satyanarayana Raju, 14-year-old, he declared to the world that I don't belong to the family, but I belong to the world, and I'm Sai Baba, and my devotees are waiting for me. He declared to the world that he is Sai Baba.
Yes, thank you, Manju. 20th October 1940 is a date which should be etched in our hearts and mind. We wanted to play the shloka, Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya, but Swami didn't want to hear it, I think. And in that shloka, it explains an avatar's advent on earth. Whenever there is a dharma, God will reincarnate to restore dharma and guide us on the right path. It is on this very historically significant day in the year 1940 that Swami revealed his divinity and set the stage for his glorious mission for which he had come. And indeed, it is a day to celebrate. Let's go back to what Nisha and see what Nisha and Nimi were discussing.
Nimi, I hope what you've heard now from Manju, I hope you will remember it forever.
Okay. But can I say something?
Okay, you say, because if I don't let you say, you'll get a tummy ache.
I'm not sure if all this is for me. Can I go home and watch my Miracle a Day movie?
No. You wait and understand what's going on. What was so interesting in that movie anyway?
Well, in that movie, they were trying to make me believe that everything is a miracle. It was a bit exaggerated though. If I wake up in the morning, it's a miracle. If I walk, it's a miracle. And if I talk, that's a miracle. And if I escape any accident, that too is a miracle.
Yes, we are telling the truth.
Really? Everything is a miracle? Sorry guys, I don't buy that. I don't see miracles. I just see conflict and sadness all around. And of course, a lot of it too.
But we believe in miracles. Our Guru, Sai Baba, used to perform a lot of miracles.
He did? All the time? But didn't he get tired performing the miracles?
No, he performed many miracles, and he continues to do so even now after he's left his physical body.
Even now? How can that be?
There are many Vibhuti manifestations and materializations happening all over the world. They are just amazing.
Coincidence, I must say.
Coincidences? Really? I'd like to think that they are sign incidences. But let me ask you, do you believe that Swami performs miracles? Do you or you don't? Yes. Do you believe that they are coincidences? That's up to the individual. I think to make this real, what we should do is hear of some real life miracles. And I'd like to invite Sister Poonam to share her personal miracle with us.
Sarah, the one miracle that always comes to mind is my first trip to Puttaparthi. For me, that was purely a miracle. The reason I say so is it was October 1995, and I had given my resignation to quit by the end of October. And in the month of September onwards, already here in the center, I used to hear a lot of announcements about a group going to Puttaparthi for Swami's 70th birthday. But although I knew there was a group going, and although I knew I was going to resign, I did not take that opportunity to say, okay, I'll also join the group since I'll be free in November. Because I've heard various experiences from people telling me that, oh, you should not go to Puttaparthi when it's birthday because there are over 3 million people and you won't be able to see Swami, etc., etc. And I never wanted to see Swami like an orange dot from the far. In my 2 years prior to that, I joined the center in 1993. That was 1995, the group was going. I had a lot of conversations mentally with Swami. And the one demand, I should say, I had, or order, was I need to see Swami physically, literally from head to toe in front of me, and not a dot. So with that thought in mind, I was not interested in going, because since it was going to be millions of people going. On October 18, 1995, the center had organized a walkathon. So I had gone for that. And during the walkathon, there was a young devotee, and she happened to ask me the question whether I was going to Puttaparthi for the celebrations. And I said, no, I'm not interested because, you know, there could be millions of people, I don't want to go. And she said something that I have never forgotten in my life, and I share that with anyone that I meet. She said, if Swami wants to show himself to you, Poonam, whether there are 3 million people, or 30 people, or 3 people in the room, Swami will make his way to you. That's not your call. So even if you go, there are 30 million there, and if he wants to show himself to you, he will come to you. But there could be only 30 people in Kulwant Hall, or 3 people, but if Swami does not want to show himself to you, you will not see Swami. I went home that night, I gave it a thought. And at the same time, I knew that there were announcements being made that the booking for the entire group is closed. They had collected the money and everything. Prior to this, October 18th was the walkathon. That same week, on my birthday, I received a check in the mail, $5,000. Now, checks normally have a name at the bottom, whether it's a company name or a personal name. That check was dated 15th October, it had my name on it, and it had no name who the sender was, but $5,000. Even the envelope, the post did not show where it came from. So I was wondering why I had that, but I kept it aside. And so after the walkathon, I decided, okay, maybe she's right, and since I've got my break, I might as well go to Puttaparthi. I called the person in charge the next day with zero expectations and said, I know the booking is closed, I know everything is done, I'm just taking a chance to ask if I can join the group to Puttaparthi. And that person said, Poonam, you know everything. I said, yeah, no worries, absolutely, I was just trying. And I left it. The next day I got a call and said, Poonam, there's one cancellation. So first I thought that was quite spooky, but I said, okay, what do I need to do? And this person said, you submit the following documents and a payment of $5,000. So the thought that immediately went through my mind was, did he send me the airfare as well? The $5,000 could not have been a coincidence that I received $5,000 in the mail. What is being asked of me was $5,000 as well. So I even first thought, okay, maybe it's a trick, but let's go ahead with it. I gave my payment, and still at the back of my mind, I was thinking, this uncle is going to call me within this week and say, Poonam, I made a mistake, and there is no booking. But till the day I flew, there was no cancellation. I got on the flight. There were other people on waiting list as well, but I don't know for what reason I was able to go to Parthi. And indeed, I saw Swami. That's another story. I did see Swami from head to toe, in spite of millions of people at the Kulwant Hall. Sarah.
Thank you, Poonam. Poonam's experience, I will call it, took place place at a time when Swami was in his physical body. What Poonam didn't say or didn't mention to you is at that time, she claims she was not a devotee. Am I right, Poonam? Yes. Let me relate another miracle that happened with me, except that Swami was not in his physical form, and the difference is that I was a devotee. I'll try to make this short because it's actually a very long story, but I was flying to see my kids, and because I booked my ticket last minute, Christmas time, only 48 hours before I flew, I got a very bad connection. I took it regardless, and I came to the airport where I was in transit. As soon as I landed at that airport, I was very, very anxious. American airports are very large, as you probably know, and if you have to change flights, you go through terminals that may be literally from, let's say, here to Shamshipur. And then you have to change several trains sometimes as well, and I was very anxious about that. Anyway, I found my way, got to the transit lounge, sat down, and my daughter called. I was very worried. I don't think I've been anxious like that for a long time. My daughter called and she said, "Hi, Ma, how are you?" And I said, "Very anxious." And she said, "Mama, what happened to life here when I am here?" It was like, what happened? How come you've forgotten that? I needed a reminder. So I told her, "Yes, I understand what you're saying. It's okay, I'll be fine." And she said, "Don't worry. I'll see you in a few hours. And remember, why fear when I am here?" Hung up, sat down, opened my book to read a signed book. And I could feel this fragrance. I don't know whether it was vibhuti or it was incense or it was just somebody's perfume. But it was a very magical fragrance. And then to add to that magic, suddenly I hear somebody humming. And I'm looking around, where's this sound coming from? For a few seconds, I was stunned. And it just kept going on. I looked, and there was only one other person sitting opposite me. And I looked at her to see if her mouth was moving. Her mouth wasn't, but she was swaying. I got up, I went to her, and I said, "You were singing." And she didn't understand English. And I said, "Singing," and I started humming. And she said, "Ah, song, I love." And I'm saying, "Who teach you?" And she saw my book. And she said, "Baba, Baba." I started crying. And while I was crying, this woman disappeared. Just like that. I went back to my seat. And I started thinking, who was that? Why did she come? Why was she singing a bhajan that I hear in my center? Was Swami sending me a message? Yes, he was. He was telling me, don't worry. Why fear when I am here? Third time. And after that I was fine. I was so fine that I missed my connecting flight. Another story. But let me go back to this lady. I kept thinking about her. And you will not believe what she looked like. Beautiful lady. African American, dark skin. Hair like they have, like a halo around her face. And the whitest teeth and the sweetest smile that you can ever imagine. And that's all I remember. I had no chance to ask her who she was, what her name was. I would have loved to get her number or something. But that was Swami's calling card for me. And that's my personal miracle. Swami had left the form. This is 3 years ago. So, what does Swami say about his miracles? Swami says, listen carefully. Do not give importance to miracles. These miracles have an insignificant place in my totality. People forget the much larger aspect of me. You might have heard of people speaking of my making this or giving that or fulfilling wants or curing illnesses. I confer all these boons of health and prosperity so that you might proceed with greater enthusiasm with your spiritual sadhana. So the next time you experience a miracle, be prepared that he is actually telling you, hey, buck up with your sadhana. Intensify your sadhana. Miracles actually plant a seed called faith. They build our faith in him or in God, so that when we have to face real big challenges, we feel assured that he is there. Swami also said, I give you what you want, so that you may want what I have come to give. He makes miracles happen, so that we become more receptive and accepting of what he has truly come to give. But what has he come to give? Why did he come? Let's hope that Nisha and Nimi can tell us a little bit more.
Nimi, I hope you heard what Poonam and Kantu talked about now. Isn't it better than your movie, A Miracle a Day? These are real life miracles.
So, that's what it is? He is the fixer. He does things for you people and you start believing in him. I wish he'd also fix things in my life too. I could do with some help.
We believe in him because he is our Guru and God, and whose blessings makes our life easier to live. Maybe if you believe a little in him, he would throw a miracle your way too.
I still say miracles are just coincidences. I don't actually believe that he performs miracles. Besides, the world is in such a bad state. It seems his miracles didn't fix anything anyway. So, what's the point?
He came for much more than miracles and materializations. That's why it is important for us to focus on and understand, why did he come?
Why did who come? Oh, you mean him? That's what he came? That's easy. I can tell you why he came. To attract the attention of all the people by performing his miracles.
No, Nimi, stop being silly. Pay attention. Didn't you hear what he said? That his miracles are so that we may enthusiastically proceed in our personal spiritual sadhana. In simple words, it means that he came to inspire us, to motivate us, and especially to transform each one of us here into better human beings.
But all you guys do is sing songs, make food, and take the food to the homeless. Where is the transformation in that?
My dear friend, Bhajans is not just singing songs. Seva is not just cooking food, carrying food, or cleaning the center. There's much more to that. When we do these activities, we feel His presence within us.
Only a person who has engaged himself in any kind of seva will be able to relate the joy, the self-satisfaction that is gained from an act that is done totally selflessly. There are many devotees here who serve and work silently. But for now, allow me to call Brother Harry, who is our youth coordinator, to share his experience.
Sarah. So for me, knowing the Avatar Swami is really rare, but to able to serve Swami is even rarer. And I take a lot of pride in serving Swami and his mission. And I say that with the utmost humility, that I consider myself a true servant of Swami. And when I say servant, it's not a degrading term. And I really mean it from the utmost humility, because it's a huge honor to be able to serve Swami in whatever way, whether it's organizing youth sevas, or, for example, closing the lights during Bhajans, or setting up the chairs before Bhajans, vacuuming the center, whatever form of seva, big or small, it just gives me the utmost joy. And we've organized many youth sevas. We've been able to reach out to the community during our Chinese New Year food drive earlier this year. We did a COVID relief drive in March. And the opportunity for us to represent Swami in his organization and to reach out to the community, it is a very humbling experience, which I cannot describe. It has helped me soften my ego. I remember growing up as a kid, I came to Swami's fold. I grew up in Balakas, but I never really realized the importance of seva, and I was a very lazy kid at home. I was a spoiled kid, and I never used to do any household work, help my mom. But as the years went by, the more I came to the center, the little work that I did for Swami, it just transformed me. And I say that in, again, the most humble way. And of course, when you do service, I like giving back to the community, I like giving to people, but sometimes that came with expectations. But over the years, coming back into Swami's fold, it has really allowed me to immerse myself in his divine mission. And also, there's just really pure bliss. I feel really grounded when doing Swami Seva. There's pure joy. And it is really when I do Seva with the purest of intentions, that's when my thought, word, and actions are in alignment. And there's no better way to be able to serve Swami and his mission. The SSSIO is doing so much wonderful work in all parts of the world. And really encourage all of you to partake in small sevas, whatever it is. So it has helped me grow as a person. It has helped me fall in love with Swami more and more, and ultimately it has helped me transform me into a better human being and a better person. So thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Harry. I'm reminded of Swami's quote where he says, God will not ask you when and where you did service. He will ask you with what motive did you do it? What was your intention that prompted you? If we could honestly reply, When I serve anyone, I serve seeing you, Swami, in all. Then we would have done Swami proud. What else did Nimi say? That singing bhajans, and where's the transformation in that? Sister Bhavna has been a bhajan coordinator in Guangzhou and leads bhajans in Hong Kong as well as joins the chorus. Bhavna ji, can you please come up and share with us how you have grown spiritually by participating and leading bhajans?
Sai Ram, everybody. Singing is a sadhana like any other sadhana. It's my way of talking to Swami, whether in distress or in times of happiness and joy. Constantly singing and humming the Lord's name has made me evolve spiritually, making my faith in Swami grow stronger. Being a bhajan coordinator taught me tolerance, acceptance and patience. To accept each one for what they are and help them patiently to become better. This I say because I also helped others to sing back in China and Taiwan. When I had to correct them, very diplomatically, without offending anyone, I learned to communicate with people. Finally, I adopted a quality of humility and leadership skills. Now the question is, has it changed me? Definitely. I am more tolerant, accepting, patient, and I try my best to communicate lovingly. Sai Ram.
Thank you, Bhavna. Perhaps our personal transformation is his biggest miracle. When we learn to become more tolerant and give up negative qualities like anger, greed, etc., bhajans and seva actually start a process of purification within us. Eventually, we will come to the realization that my Sai and I are one. Time to check on Nisha and Nimi one last time.
Nimi, are you convinced now that I'm not making up stories? You are hearing all this directly from them.
Okay. So maybe being a part of Seva does make you a little less selfish, etc., etc. But what about singing the songs? I don't quite understand how that brings about transformation.
See this chair here. This is Swami's chair. He is sitting here right now. He is watching everyone. He knows everything. And he's watching you right now.
You actually believe that he is sitting there and you feel his presence? So technically, you're saying he is listening to your bhajans? How do you know all this?
You can feel the vibrations during bhajans. And you can feel the energy when you're doing seva. These are such uplifting feelings. Would you like to come next Thursday and experience it yourself?
I don't know. Maybe I'll see. Why have I never felt the way you all have felt? I wonder why.
Because, first, you have to accept that there is a higher force. Call him God, call him Swami. Doesn't matter. You learn to have faith in him, in whatever he does for you. And slowly, you will show your love towards him.
So, that's what it's all about. You come to bhajans not just to sing his glory and enjoy the vibrations, but more to express your devotion to him?
Yes, you're getting a better picture now. I'm happy.
So, are we done now?
Just a little more, Nimi. I know you can't wait. You want to go and see your movie, A Miracle a Day. But if you wait till this program finishes, I'll come with you and watch the movie too.
Oh, wow! That would be a real miracle!
Saira, the time has come where we must pause from our busy lives and take a few minutes to reflect. Why did he come? Why did Swami come? Was it to build hospitals, schools, universities, institutions, provide water for the villagers? Yes, he did all that. But he didn't come just for that. These were just incidental to his mission. He did all this out of pure love and compassion for all beings. And why did he come? Over and over and over again he said, I am God, you are also God. You are Atma, you are God. Over and over again we've heard him say that. He came to transform us so that we may realize his truth and live in that truth. But we find it hard to accept. Why? And he tells us why. Oh man, he says, it is because you lack love and are filled with only selfishness that the world is plunged in so much conflict and chaos. Only when you develop love and sacrifice, you will realize the divinity that is in every human being. Dear brothers and sisters, in 4 simple words, he came for us, only for us. In about a month's time, we will be celebrating Swami's 97th Advent. What we would like to do is to hear about your miracles. No matter how small they may seem to you, no matter how insignificant they may seem to you, they can mean a lot to others. And we want you to share these miracles. So what we're going to do, I have this lovely, huge red basket that we are going to keep. I call him Big Swami. So we're going to keep at Big Swami's charna. And for the next 4 weeks, we'd like you to share your miracles and put it in there. We don't need you to write your name. That's not important. Because each of you represent the same divinity that I or anybody else represents. So please do share your miracles with us. And on Baba's birthday, we will take some of these and share them with everyone gathered here. Let's make this a miraculous birthday. We just have one short announcement. I know we are running very late, but we will be celebrating Diwali on Monday, the 24th of October from 7 to 8 p.m. Do come along with family and friends and light the lamp of love within. We will now offer Arati. Can one of the Sevadal please escort Auntie Padu on the ladies' side, and may I please call on Uncle Arjun on the men's side to offer the Arati. Be blessed always. Sayonara.
Om Jai Jagadisha Hare Swami Satya Sai Hare Bhakta Jana Samrashaka Bhakta Jana Samrashaka Pati Maheshara Om Jai Jagadisha Hare
Shama